Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac. It's been a few days since my last episode, so I can't remember if I played as Isaac or as a random character who may or may not be Isaac in the last episode, so I'm just going to play as Isaac this time. Let's get back into the swing of things. It has been, oh my god, as you can probably tell at this point, at least a week since I last played the game, so I am worried that I'm going to have, oh, that is an awesome trade here at the start, but I am worried that there's going to be a little bit of a, a period where I'm just getting back into it. I really want to go to the curse room and avoid picking up that red heart so I can use that red heart to replenish my health from going to the curse room, but unfortunately that appears like it's going to be impossible. That key is pretty useful though. Anyway, we're gonna see if we can get back into this here. I guess there's no way to get around this. We'll probably get health when we beat the boss anyway, so we might as well save going to the curse room until that point, maybe, or maybe we should go right away. I don't know, maybe it depends on the D6 we've got going on here, but with quad shot here, I am definitely not going to use the D6 on the item room. That does make me look pretty goddamn weird with the two eyes in the middle of my head to start out with. But anyway, let's go to the curse room. Oh, the secret room is right next to us as well. The question is whether or not yeah, you know what? I'm okay with giving up. What will we lose? We'll lose one heart and then a half heart. I'm okay with, turns out it was a terrible trade. So I lost an extra half spirit heart checking out that secret room, only to find that it was a slot machine. But that's okay, shit happens sometimes. We still have our D6 available. We have quad shot, we got some extra spirit hearts there, and we're going to be fighting against Pin. We also have 3 bombs, which is more than Isaac starts with, obviously. For the most part, anyway. Unless you have, like, an amazing opening room. And this has been a pretty good first floor for us. Obviously, there's positives and negatives to quad shot, Mutant Spider, as it's known, actually, in the lexicon of the wiki, I suppose. Lexicon of the Wiki, also my favorite Mars Volta album, of course. But I believe it lowers your rate of fire fairly substantially, and it's also a damage downgrade if you have something that kind of combines all your shots into one. So for example, if you pick up a mom's knife, I believe having quad shot means your damage is lowered as a result, relative to what it would be if you had not picked it up. That being said, probably 95% of the time, you're probably in the right to pick it up. And it's an item that, oh, that's so shitty. I'm just going to leave it because I really do not want to pick that up. Probably 95 out of 100 times, 1 out of 20 times, because people always get mad at me for not simplifying my fractions. It's probably for the best to pick it up, and it's one of those things where, most of the time, having a little bit less damage on Mom's Knife is very unlikely to, make a difference, because Mom's Knife already does so much damage in its own right. Same with something like Brimstone, although that's a little bit, perhaps more relevant. So the items we got at the end of that room were pretty goddamn horrible. That's okay, though. We have a tinted rock right here, and we're going to pick up a spirit heart as a result. I'm actually not going to pick that up right away, and my reasoning behind that is that I think it is fairly likely that I will be able to find a curse room here, and I want to go to that without actually losing my existing... Oh, okay, so I have a half spirit heart right now. If I lose that half spirit heart, then I can just go to the curse room guilt-free and then pick up the spirit heart when I leave anyway. Spirit hearts this early are one of those things that I don't think really matters all that much, but, it's not necessarily the worst idea to be smart in your usage of them. One of the tweaks I've made recently that has actually helped me out a great deal. So, Harlequin Baby, it's fine. It's not particularly strong, so we'll re-roll it just because we may have 1 or 2 more opportunities to do so. Actually, we may have 0 more opportunities to do so, but I'm going to re-roll it regardless. Sure, I'll take Mr. Mega, and I'm not necessarily thrilled about it, but given the size of the floor, and the fact that we still have a boss room available to us, it's, and possibly a deal with the devil room after that, it's fairly likely that I won't get another reroll, and if I do get another reroll, I will want to use it on something other than rerolling Mr. Mega. So, would I rather have 5 bombs and permanent ability for bigger bombs, or Harlequin Baby? The 5 bombs could end up making actually a pretty extraordinary difference, so maybe it allows me to find the secret room on this floor and I'm able to get an item from the shop as a result. Maybe it does nothing for me. This I can't really count as part of the goodness because I still had enough bombs to get this anyway. But I possibly could have found the second secret room as a result of bombing there if I'd bombed in the other position or something like that. Anyway, you can make a case for both of them. I don't think Harlequin Baby is particularly useful, but I don't think it's particularly bad either. I don't think Mr. Mega is necessarily that useful, but I don't think it's necessarily that bad either. So I'm okay with the way this reroll went. At least we didn't get a shitty active item. But even if we got a shitty active item when we rerolled, I probably would have been like, it's fine. Shit happens. All we're missing out on effectively is Harlequin Baby, which is not that big of a deal. So we would have had another reroll available as well. And I picked up a spirit heart by accident, but I'll be okay with losing it if we have to. This is actually a much larger floor than I originally expected. Maybe this is Curse of the Lost, and I did not look at it before we got started. because it seems to be substantially larger than your average basement part 2. That was awful damage to take. I really thought I had the speed necessary to get out of there in time. No such luck, but again, also not really much of a concern. So we're going to leave here. There is a Spirit Heart remaining on this floor. It would probably be stupid to not backtrack for it, but first things first, you know, oh, shoot that in there. Okay, that made a big difference, actually, and kind of a lucky shot. Things got a little dicey towards the end there, but Duke of Flies is dead, and we will have an opportunity to go to our Deal with the Devil room, where we will absolutely pick up Mom's Knife. Reroll. Okay. We'll take it, and I will also pick up the HP upgrade, and I will also get the fuck out of this room as soon as... Oh, thank God that worked out for me. Okay. So, how are things looking? A little scary, but also we have some of the best items in the game already. And of course, the reason I pick up Mom's Knife, A, it's awesome. That is our secret room, so we can just bomb our way into the shop. And considering we have enough bombs and 9 cents, it's probably worth it. A, it does great damage, but B, I also just had that huge tangent about quad shots. So I think that it's funny that it showed up. So we have a half-price blue candle, which is extraordinarily tempting, but I'm just going to buy the key instead. The internet that is watching this is probably already imploding over the fact that I took Mom's Knife this early into the run, saying, oh, it's a one game, what's the point of even watching? I don't know, like entertainment maybe, if you're into that sort of thing. It's not like this is Michael Phelps trying to win the, 100-meter shot put. I don't know very much about sports. But if I took Blue Candle as well, I can't be held responsible for what people would do out there, Maybe they would, have an aneurysm or something like that, or a miniature stroke, and I don't want to be at a funeral and be saying like, oh, this is all my fault. The stars card took us immediately to the item room, which is pretty not great with a ghost baby. It looks like we had the opportunity for maybe some kind of weird familiar run here. What do I need now? This should be pretty obvious. I need, I feel the need for a speed upgrade, but also I definitely need more HP. I don't know why my speed feels so low. I haven't picked up Small Rock, at least not that I can recall, and if I'd forgotten something that happened over the course of this 8-minute run already, that implies some kind of awful medical issue that I should probably get checked out at a brain injury clinic or something like that. We have another D6 reroll available. Okay, that was probably some of the worst dodging I've done on those past 2 rooms to lose my Spirit Hearts already. We get, Rage, which is like a damage downgrade, but also it builds into some awesome damage upgrades, potentially. It's not the greatest item in the world, but it is free, meaning, I don't actually have to invest in, invest any of my HP via a Deal with the Devil, which you normally do, so I'm okay with picking that up as is, and we'll see if that ends up working out for me. Maybe yes, maybe no. The Spirit Heart pickup here is extraordinarily useful. That's basically the whole reason I walked into the shop, was if there's a Spirit Heart for sale, I've got to buy it. We will also look for the secret room. We're definitely not out of the woods yet. This is not a one run, and it's not a one run beyond the way that I normally say it, which is like, oh, let's keep the tension high. We actually only have 1 HP. It's not a one run at all. We have some very good offensive items, and some very good defensive items, in fact, by way of the Spirit of the Night, obviously. But that being said, we could still quite easily find ourselves on the losing end of this run if things go terribly wrong. And of course, now I'm immediately regretting picking up Quad Shot. I actually am running through it in my head. I'm like, oh, if I'd only not picked up Quad Shot, I'd be doing more damage right now. Past Northernlion, you were so stupid. You don't have any perspective. Of course, Quad Shot makes it harder. Anyway, this floor is basically done. That Judgment is actually possibly a godsend. If he could give me an HP upgrade, I would be a very happy man. That is a bomb. Also pretty useful, but we're running out of money here, so if he could pay out more... Okay, we're not re-rolling Nun's Habit. Especially since, Nun's Habit is probably the absolute best item you can get combined with the D6. So this is an absolute no-brainer. Getting Nun's Habit for free means we continue to get so much stronger, but if I end up dying, then I've lost all excuses. So, we have some items in here. I was kind of hoping we'd fight Krampus, even though that would be scary, and if I got hit twice, I would lose. But, those items are fine. There's just no point in re-rolling them because I can't afford to pay 2 hearts for anything anyway, so we might as well just continue kind of looking around here. 4 more Spirit Hearts, ideally. Fighting Little Chad sucks pretty hard because, or fighting Chad and getting Little Chad sucks pretty hard because we don't have the option to get an HP upgrade there, which is goddamn essential. Now that of course I wish I'd gotten the 2 of Diamonds card earlier, but you can't always get what you want, can you? So, We will hopefully be able to use this to get ourselves to enough money to buy another item from the shop. I would be surprised if we didn't. And we'll be able to leave now and just continue living our lives in the Catacombs Part 2. I'm assuming it's going to be the Catacombs anyway. It could be the caves. You never know. 4 keys. If we're taking inventory on this run right now, it looks pretty good. We actually are in Caves Part 2, which is quite nice. Yes, if we are taking an inventory on this run right now, how's it going? Very, very well offensively. We're, you know, among the strongest runs, maybe not that I've ever had, but among the strongest runs I've had in a long time on merely the Caves Part 2. And, you know, you might have lost your breath for a minute when I walked into that room, but because I can fly, it only cost me half a heart in order to walk in, so I figured I might as well at least check it out. Obviously, it didn't turn out that well for us, but that's fine. We really, to have any chance of winning, make no mistake about it, we need to get more HP. This is something that has not happened so far, but maybe we'll get lucky here. But again, you know, I can't afford to get hit at all, basically. You know, it's the situation where I can't afford to get hit twice. Or once, I should say. But if I get hit once, that puts me in such a tough situation because then I'm going to be completely on edge for, like, the rest of the match. So, I think it would be very nice for me, let's put it that way, if an HP upgrade showed up after this Gertie fight. Otherwise, I'm going to be living on the edge like an Aerosmith song. You know, Aerosmith, my favorite Paul McCartney supergroup. So that's a tiers upgrade, which we will reroll to a range upgrade. And we will prepare to do a fuck ton of rerolls, basically. We're also going to knock over all this poop and every fire that we come across, because it makes our 2 of Diamonds card that much more valuable whenever we manage to pick up money. We still have our item room, we still have our shop. I assume that we're going to be fighting greed at some point. And I almost, at this point, wish I'd gone to that library. The reason I didn't go to the library before is because I was like, it was on the basement part 2, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know how many rerolls I'm going to have and whatnot. Thank God we got enough HP to get back up here. But I wish I'd gone just in case there was a Book of Revelations, because Book of Revelations Nun's Habit would basically, I wouldn't necessarily say guarantee me the win, but it would possibly put me in a very good situation here. I don't want to walk into the shop yet. I would much rather, because if it's greed, 1 hit could kill me, and that would be really unfortunate in this situation. So I'm going to reroll the range upgrade, and we're going to hope that... Oh, thank God there's so many red hearts in here. We're going to hope that that is an HP upgrade, and it is. And now I feel a whole lot better about fighting greed. So it started a little rough, but now it's a little bit better. Well, I'm just trying to think about the way we adjust our strategy, because we're still on low health here, but it's slightly better. I still think we don't take pills, just in case they're health downgrades. Oh, there actually is a Spirit Heart for sale in here. So I don't necessarily want to buy the Spirit Heart just yet, because again... the longer I kind of wait it out, the more value I get out of this 2 of Diamonds card, and that could actually make a pretty major difference. And we may also want to reroll the items in the shop. Like, for right now, Portable Slot is our marquee item in there. That's not very good, but we can improve our chances if we manage to reroll it. We also have a Boss Trap room here, which is useless for us right now, but if I manage to find a Blood Bank or something, could be exceptionally useful. And in fact, we may not even have to waste a key to get into the shop if there is... Or we already wasted a key to get into the shop. But I guess what I should have said there to save face is that we may not have to, you know, find a blood bank to get into the boss trap room if the secret room was actually adjacent to it. But it wasn't, so be it. Okay, so we're continuing. I'm a little bit more confident and comfortable than I used to be, quite frankly. But we'll see if we can still manage to do some good stuff here. I am just going to continue doing the dipsy doodle with these guys here, apparently, but in a second they will be deceased and we can move on. Any second now. Okay, and our item room is here as well. So now that our item room is here, we have to kind of think about our rerolls. In fact, I probably should have used a reroll on the shop earlier, but now that we're here, we can kind of plan it a little bit more accordingly. So that's Mini Mush. That is a speed plus range upgrade. It's probably better to reroll the shop, because Mini Mush is pretty useful. I could use the speed upgrade in order to make myself a little bit faster. I mean, that is probably like the most obvious sentence that anyone in mankind's history has ever said, but I did say I needed a speed upgrade earlier, so the ladder is obviously useless. I kind of just want to pick up Mini Mush straight away. Hey, Killzone Shadowfall arrived. Now all we need is the PS4 to actually be here. And watch this video go up in like 2.5 weeks or something. People be like, PS4 is already old news, man. We're all playing the Xbox 2 now. Alright, you know what? Since Judgment is here, I actually am going to use 2 of Diamonds and play him. predominantly because the ladder was in the shop after our reroll, which is an item that obviously I don't need, so we'll just instead invest our money into buying the Steam sale in this case, which is going to, you know, allow us to buy the ladder if we want to, but it will allow us to buy more items in the future easily as well. Now we're fast and we've got a little bit more range, which is more or less useless, but anyway. I probably could have saved a key. Now that I see the entire layout of the map, I can just put a bomb down here and realize that this is in all likelihood, the secret room, which it was indeed. And that would have actually given me a lot more money now, because then I would have used the 2 of diamonds card after I went to the secret room. But, you know, truth be told, it doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. We got the Steam sale, and we have 18 cents, and there's only 2 shops remaining. So it's pretty unlikely that we're going to, run out of money unless I start buying, like, a ton of spirit hearts and every item. In any case, it's going much better now. Still, it's not a must-have, but I would really, really like... Oh my god, the range upgrade is actually so nice. Because I think quad shot makes it a little bit longer for Mom's knife to get to max range. So that range upgrade, I think, has actually made a pretty enormous difference. So it wasn't the best idea, necessarily, to pop open this, this golden chest here, especially since I do want to use a key to go to the shop. However, we will be able to reroll it straight away, and having an early reroll pedestal is not the worst thing in the world. Oh my god, just like non-stop riffraff going on here. Now the cat's trying to jump on my desk. You get down there. We have Ghost Baby. How is Ghost Baby? It's fine. You know, it certainly is not the item that I need to carry me through the rest of the game, but it could be a whole lot worse. We also got the High Priestess card. I'm not going to pick up Ghost Baby unless I absolutely have to. And because this should be a relatively large floor, I assume that I'm going to have some time here in order to figure out where I want to use these things. So I used the High Priestess card. We got a Strength card in return and an awful lot of money. And we have a reroll available, which I'm immediately going to go use on Ghost Baby back here. So this is the benefit of having the D6 and getting a reroll pedestal this early. HP upgrade plus a damage upgrade in the form of the Chubby Odd Mushroom. I will absolutely take that. No need for further rerolls, I would say. The HP upgrade is the most valuable part, but it doesn't hurt to get a damage upgrade as well, of course. And we have a mob trap room. And we got another key, which is actually the most important part there. 2 keys, in fact, allows us to go to the item room on this floor. And, yeah, a 3rd key, actually, and a lot of money in the process. So, whatever's on the next shop might actually end up being fairly important. Ideally, I suppose, I would love to get a Book of Revelations, maybe? Because I have the 9-volt, sorry, not 9-volt, the Nun Sabbath. They both start with an N, kind of. It would be really easy for me to stack up a number of spirit hearts and vastly increase my chances of success, but things are looking fairly nice now relative to where they were even a floor ago. So we still got some things to look out for here. I would also, from the shop, love to get a compass. That's just a no-brainer, though. And if we can get some more judgments, that would be cool, too, so they could possibly pay out with the compass if the shop didn't, or they could pay out with the map, or just more HP upgrades, all of which are very important to my standard of living at this point. Or my possibilities of living, at least. And I almost feel like another range upgrade would not be the worst thing in the world, assuming... Like, I never know with Mom's Knife if it's a range upgrade that makes you shoot further faster, or if it's a tears upgrade that makes you shoot further faster. I really just do not know. And I should probably consult the BizSnap on that one. I say the BizSnap because he's as much a person to me as he is like a Wikipedia-style source of information. I don't mean that derisively either. I mean it as complimentary as possible. Okay, so we'll continue moving on here. I do not... Oh my god. I am taking some of the worst damage I've taken in a while, but this is to be expected. Again, it has been probably at least a week since I played Isaac, so I'm not necessarily in the best form right now. Monstrous Tooth is a terrible item. I at least remember that. So this is Ipecac, and I'm really disappointed because Ipecac, I love it when it shows up when I don't have a overriding tear effect like Mom's Knife. I'm going to pick it up. I'm fairly confident that it doesn't change anything, but it may improve my damage. I don't think it conveys poison damage with Mom's Knife, but it may improve my damage. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that sounds pretty stupid, but I picked it up regardless, so there's not much we can do about that now. We're going to be going up against War here. Obviously, this will give us our first level cube of meat, which is borderline useless at this point in the game, but sure, whatever. We're here. And with only probably one more room available, I think it's acceptable for us to go down to the next floor where we will fight Mom, and ideally, we will get an HP upgrade from the Mom fight, and then a compass from the shop, or something that allows us to get spirit hearts from the shop. And I don't know what I'm going to do about the strength card, to be honest with you. Despite our damage being quite good, I really don't know what our overall chances are. I'm playing pretty badly, so that's like a -20 to our chances. But also, I have some very good items, and I have a decent amount of health, although a Guppy's Paw would certainly make it go a lot longer than it's currently going to be able to hold out for. We actually did get the compass in addition to a key. Fine by me. And now we can see everything on this floor, and I do see that there is a boss trap room, which is very nice. So maybe we will make our way over to the arcade first. Is this the fastest way? Well, you know, actually, I should almost certainly make my way to the item room first. And luckily, we did end up accidentally going in the right way for this. I say this because by playing the blood bank, we'll also get our Nun's Habit to charge the shit out of our D6. So if the item room actually has a bad item in it, we will have a number of opportunities to kind of reroll and get something a little bit better. So let's come in here, and we get Dead Bird, which is fine, but since we're going to have so many reroll opportunities, I think it's best to maybe just leave it for now, and we'll pick it up later. So, we're going to get some rerolls, and then we're going to come back to the item room, and then we're going to get some rerolls, and then we're going to go to the arcade, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up an item that is... you know, game-changing. And an HP upgrade at this point, even something as simple as that, is kind of game-changing. So we are going to have our D6 charged after this room. There's lots of HP waiting for us, so... I mean, I'd rather not use that HP just to facilitate these rerolls this early, but I'd much rather use it after we go to the boss trap room, because I will probably need it then. Actually, I could probably just get away with using the strength card as soon as I walk into the boss trap room to make me a little bit stronger, but... why don't we reroll this bomb bag, and we get the skinny odd mushroom. And I'm actually going to take it, even though this is not a game-winning item. I think it'll allow me to fire to max range with Mom's Knife faster. And this whole episode is just like my broken reasoning for the synergy between items. That being said, you know, hopefully at the very least, it's like being in like middle school, right? You can still get half marks even if you're wrong, as long as you show your work and your reasoning is strong. Or logical at the very least. I feel like my reasoning is logical, so if it doesn't end up working out for me, then I apologize. I know that Skinny Odd Mushroom is a damage downgrade as well, so I guess it makes Mom's Knife do a little bit less damage, which I'm actually kind of okay with because it's already doing great damage. I kind of need more, like a faster charging ability for it, and I think we're absolutely going to get that. So, this is a little bit of a moment of truth for me. I ideally would love to get the blood bank as soon as we get down to 1 red heart. Okay, this is fine. So now we'll make our way to that boss trap room, and we'll probably pick up health accidentally along the way, but that's, you know, again, shit happens. In fact, I may actually make our way down to the curse room first, and just go to this because we'll be able to get more rerolls and more health by way of the kind of stuff in our way here. So we might as well pick up the Polaroid. There's no reason not to, I guess. That will actually give us more plays on the blood bank as well. Sorry, I don't think I explained my reasoning for going to the curse room well. Basically, if there's an item in there that I want to reroll, we'll just do it. It won't kill me to go in here. It'll be pretty close, but it won't actually kill me. And there is a quarter, and I definitely want to reroll that quarter. And now we get the mark instead, which is absolutely awesome. It also gives us half of a spirit heart, which is beautiful, and allows me to go back up here to this blood bank, and I'm not going to pick up all of the health, but I will pick up some of the health just to give me a better chance here of getting the blood bag, and we'll play this a couple of times and see if we get lucky, basically. Okay, so now we've got a few more plays as a result of being in... Oh, I shouldn't have picked it up yet, but that's okay. It was a big mistake, admittedly, to pick it up. That being said, it was a very smart idea to go back and play it regardless. So, you know, my heart was in the right place, even though I made a tactical kind of misplay there, I guess you could say. Well, there's no I guess you could say there. It was a misplay, because if I hadn't picked up the blood bag straight away, I could have just walked into the boss trap room and then probably gotten another HP upgrade or something, but it's fine. At least we got 1 HP upgrade somewhere along the line, right? Why am I pleading for mercy as if it's actually going to do anything to call off the wolves? In any case, we're doing a lot better now. If we could just get another HP upgrade from Mom and maybe snag a... Ooh, a little scary. Maybe snag Guppy's Paw from a Deal with the Devil room on the womb or something like that, then basically I wouldn't say we're unkillable, but I'd say we're in a very nice position. We'll see if there is a secret room here. No such luck. That would have allowed us access to the boss trap room. We could still get access to the boss trap room. It's just exceptionally unlikely, I should say. And before we fight Mom, because we can't leave after that, why don't we at least check what's in this room down here. And again, maybe we'll get very lucky and get a Temperance card or something like that. Although, is it worth using a Temperance card on like a potential deal with the devil? Like, does that give you the deal with the devil items if you re-roll it afterwards? I don't think so, but maybe. Alright, well, we tried our best. I could... How many? We have 25 bombs? I'm gonna try something funky here. So we're gonna blow ourselves up a couple of times. Like so. And then the boss trap room will open up, and there is not an HP upgrade inside. But if I re-roll it, we get SQUEEZY, which gives me 2 spirit hearts. Was this worth it? No, not necessarily. But if we got an HP upgrade, it easily could have been. So, you know, SQUEEZY's a shot speed upgrade, if I remember correctly. But the spirit hearts are nice to have. I have ways to survive this room by way of the strength card and the fact that I do a lot of damage. And I like SQUEEZY as an item reasonably okay, at least. Mostly for the spirit hearts, I guess. But I'm gonna probably call this boss trap room a wash, all things considered. Unless we pick up something at the end, which we don't. Alright, so we'll get our health back up a little bit. It's still a misplay to have gone to the, or to have taken the blood bag so early, because it did put us in a position where it was like, I had only one reroll. I suppose I could have hurt myself a few more times in that room, and no, I would have died in the process, so that is not correct. Anyway, it still was a misplay to pick up the blood bag early, and it could have changed the outcome of how that boss trap room worked out for me if I had not done it. But so be it, right? We're still doing fine here. We snagged an HP upgrade for finishing this room, and I almost didn't take the Polaroid down with me, but I guess that wouldn't have mattered because we already have a Polaroid. Alright. This strikes me as an XL floor, so I'm going to take a second to recaffeinate. Don't break on me, Isaac. This is a pretty good run here. Then it'll pop something up and it'll say it's not working. Do you want to abort the script? No. And then we'll just sit here and wait for a minute. Maybe I'll draw something 69. Maybe like a dot smiley face. Now is the winter of our... Okay. So with that being done, there is our curse room, and I will go to the curse room. Oh, I really thought that we would kill that guy in one mom's knife hit. I will go to the curse room, because you never know what could be contained within. 2 spirit hearts. We're going to lose one on the way out, so I wouldn't necessarily call that room a wash, but the first 2 rooms taken together are a bit of a tie, aren't they? A bit of a... we did as much damage to the game as the game did to us. Or we got as much health back as the game did damage to. You know what I mean. We even. So, just keep moving around here. And you can't hit what you can't see. That's what Michael A. Fox always told me. I always told him that he needed glasses. That joke doesn't even really make any sense. We'll put that one back in the drawing board. Is that like an antiquated phrase? You know, a lot of English idioms, they come from like, you know, antiquated situations, like medieval English or something, where they'd be like, yo, a drawing board was something that it was like a whiteboard, but for drawing up battle plans or something like that. We need to have a fucking conference and be like, okay, none of these idioms make sense anymore. Maybe we don't, I don't know, maybe I'm being a little bit, blowing it out of proportion, I suppose. We're gonna stay at a half-heart interval here so that we can actually get, 1 phase of permanent Polaroid invincibility, if at all possible, and of course, I am really hoping for a deal with the devil here. We're going to be up against Skolex, which is basically, you know, as close to ideal as you can get. Probably 2 to 3 hits will be enough to kill him. We're going to need to get a little lucky with placement. It is kind of hard to hit him with Mom's knife like this, but it's also kind of hard for him to hit us, so that works out well. So we pick up Meat. Meat's actually a very good item, and it gives us the HP upgrade that we wanted, but it doesn't give us the Guppy's Paw kind of transition from there. But we still have the D6, so it's possible we'll be able to make this happen at some point in the future. That golden chest, not particularly useful, but that's fine. And how are we doing now? Well, with 6 HP, Mom's knife, and a few damage upgrades, and downgrades, unfortunately, associated with it, I feel pretty good. It's certainly an above-average run in terms of damage. Probably below average in terms of health by this point, but certainly I've been in worse positions and still won the game. So I'd give myself pretty good chances. But, you know, it's hard to tell until things really get real, which is obviously once we get to, like, the cathedral in the chest. We'll see anyway. Oh, I didn't think I would take damage there. I don't know why I didn't think I would take damage there. On the bright side, it does give me an opportunity to get back to that half-heart interval, but still. I thought if I just walked into him, it wouldn't hurt me for some reason. Maybe he shot me. Sometimes the doppelgangers do shoot as you're charging Mom's knife, I think. Anyway, Mom's Heart, I expect this is going to be an exceptionally easy fight, and this is where Mr. Mega now pays for itself, especially given that we just got another bomb there. And we'll just fire one of those in. Homing bombs would be nice, but Mom's Heart is already going to be continuously firing bombs like 2 seconds in. That was one of the fastest Mom's Heart boss fights I think I've ever had. Now we'll move on to Isaac. And Isaac certainly is automatically more difficult than Mom's Heart in 99.9% of circumstances. But also substantially more difficult in this case because unlike Mom's Heart, we actually can't build up rage the way that we did against... Oh, there's a secret room here with a mini-boss. Unfortunately, the mini-boss has to be greed. I'm not taking that pill. If the mini-boss could be anything but greed, I probably would have gone to fight it because I imagine it would be reasonably easy to defeat, but additionally it could pay out with something amazing, like Gluttony could pay out with an HP upgrade, for example. However, with greed, what's greed going to pay out with? We've already seen the quarter. I can't believe he still hit me there. We've already got the Steam sale, so I really don't know. Just greed would pay out with money, and money is more or less useless to me. Not more or less. Money is useless to me. We picked up another HP upgrade on a golden chest before the boss fight. That is crazy good luck. Now, the scary thing here is that we have no permanent Polaroid invincibility. I'm very tempted, as one might expect, to use the strength card, but I think we can get out of this fight without using it. And as a result, I can save it for the Blue Baby boss fight. Is that a smarter decision? Not necessarily, but it's the decision I'm going to go with regardless. We can always use the strength card if we find ourselves in a truly awful situation. Basically, we would just use it to gain 1 health. And also a little bit of damage, which is why it's best to use the strength card right off the bat, because you get the cumulative effects of the damage over the entire fight instead of just at the end as like a 10% boost or something like that to the final little bit of the fight. We're going to be fine, though. We're certainly going to live as a result of this Isaac fight. Or not as a result, but at the conclusion of this Isaac fight. And that was reasonably confidence growing, I would say. That was a relatively calm fight. We have a number of opportunities to reroll here on the chest, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up some good things as a result. Oh, I didn't want to pick up the D20, but actually that might be good. So, what am I thinking here? I'm thinking that Charm of the Vampire might not be the worst thing in the world, but I think I'm just going to reroll everything instead. So we get the Relic, which is possibly something that could save our life. Guardian Angel, probably pretty good. We'll talk about the Skeleton Key in case we come across more golden chests. More than one, I guess, because we still have 1 key. But everything else, you know, it's more valuable to me as a reroll pedestal to possibly turn into something like a damage or a health upgrade than it is as the item that it is. Skeleton Key, obviously, I'd be singing a different tune if it was earlier in the game, but it's not, so... basically sucks to your ass, Mar, I guess. I don't know why I use that quote all the time. I feel like that's the quote that when people read, you know, William Golding's Lord of the Flies in like 10th grade, they like latch onto that quote because it's something that is never said and they've probably never heard before. Plus it says ass in it, so it's really the perfect storm of kind of juvenile jokes that make you feel more intelligent. And that's you know, I'm not dragging on people like that because that's exactly why I remember that quote as well. Okay, so I walked into the AIDS poop as is usual, I suppose. I am in kind of a dire circumstance here on this fight. I would, oh geez, I would really love it. Oh no, this is bad. Okay, so we'll pop the strength card. I would really, really love it, in fact, if the Relic would proc after this fight. It's not proc because it's not, you know, a programmed random occurrence. It is actually completely mathematical, or regular, I should say. Okay, okay. Please blow up the bomb flies. They're scaring the shit out of me right now. Maybe Guardian Angel wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, but I think the other rerolls could be more valuable. Let's take the pill now. We're in kind of dire straits. Thank God it didn't teleport me to the boss room, but also it teleported me to exactly the room I just got out of and was extremely pleased to just get out of as well. So we're gonna blow up everything. Please don't die on this room. This should not be like a triple Loki should not be the room that kills you. If we die, you know, we had a good run. Life's what happens when you're making other plans, but still, it would be a disappointment for sure. So let's kill Loki first. Okay, no, let's kill the bomb flies first. No, let's kill Loki first. Okay, now we'll kill the bomb flies first. Oh Jesus, get away from me, you absolute scum. There we go. There's another one blown up. Makes my life slightly easier. Loki, you should be dead. You are dead. Okay, well, there's one room done, and we actually did get a little bit of health as a result. Now, who do we kill last? Ideally, we kill Sloth last so we can get the tarot card. And the tarot card could be of enormous benefit. Oh! That's bullshit! The Sloth bomb caused some real problems for me there. It hit Lust right into me, so there goes the Spirit Heart. You better pay out with the greatest tarot card of all time, that's all I can say. The Moon takes us directly to the secret room, which would actually allow us to walk into... Oh, do I have to walk by the AIDS poop room? I don't, okay. Which would allow us to go back into this room and re-roll what we've got going on down here to hopefully get an HP. Okay, we got Polyphemus, that's exceptionally useful, of course. But I have no health, and that's real bad. Really, really, really bad. Don't die on this room. This is all I ask. Okay, did things the smart way there. We're probably gonna die here. I can't guarantee that I won't. There's too many, like, projectiles happening all at once here. I don't know who to kill last. I don't know how to kill at all. I guess we'll kill Greed last. Uselessly, but shit happens, I suppose. Ooh, okay, that was real close. Greed's gotta be close. I just want to stay, like, out of Greed's line of sight. Oh, that was such a disappointing loss. As always, thanks for watching regardless. I hope you enjoyed the run. I did, in spite of my ineptitude at the end. But again, thanks for watching. Make sure to show your support in the form of a like if you did enjoy the video. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more Isaac. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.